Music video of the week is Gunship, Fly for Your Life. Now, I've loved this music video for quite a few years. Shout out to the homie Matt Simon for putting me on a long time ago, but I continuously go back to this. I love the animation, the imagery. It's got a really cool like 80s intro to it, like real arcadey, real neon, real 80s, so I love it. Grabs your attention immediately. Kicks off just a nice little airplane, zooming through the sky. Two little buddies on a nice little mission. Got real Top Gunny vibes, like, oh, they're just friends, but then you see the bullet holes and you're like, they are not friends. And then you start to notice that maybe they've been at it for a while. The plane's starting to look a little decrepit. They look decrepit, but behind them is the most beautiful scenery. You got these white cap mountains, it's just gorgeous. If only they would take the time to notice, They're zooming through the air, matching each other's move for move. You get to see both guys. They don't really come out and say it, but it's got a real like World War II vibe about it. USA and Germany. Sometimes you see some of the imagery, like a pistol they show later on, kind of shows that era. The jackets, the planes, and they are just fighting it out. But then they start running out of fuel and ammunition. I mean, two vital things to keep the fight going. And for a brief second, it's calm, it's peaceful. They look like they might set their differences aside, go their separate ways. They pull out photos of their loved ones back home. One of them's got a rosary. You start to think, let's call this off. Let's go back to where we need to go, and let's live to fight another day. But then, boom, all hell breaks loose. They get super mad at each other. Just the anger boils back to the surface. It actually breaks their skin off, and now that they're on demon time. But when it looks like they're going their separate way, they come right back. They actually collide midair, and they continue to fight it out. They parachute down to the ground. They're still shooting at each other in the parachutes. Get to the snow, and they cannot stop fighting. They eventually disintegrate. They eventually are still headed towards each other in the snow to keep fighting, and they just float off, vanish. So I think it's a good moral of the story is, you can get caught up fighting your enemy for so long, you don't even live your life, So I think this can teach us a nice lesson, do something nice for someone you might consider an enemy. Or not, who cares,